Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover from a report that shows Em completed his streak on YouTubeMusic in 2024. And today we got more that shows Kendrick Lamar and the entire West Coast get called out by rapper Joey Badass, and it is split right now on if it was a subliminal diss aimed at Kendrick or not. And we'll be exploring some interesting reactions so far, including a reaction from Kendrick's associate. Today we also have speculations about how UMG and Kendrick plan to destroy Drake even more, like the diss tracks weren't enough. And this came to light based on Drake's latest livestream with Aiden Ross that included some interesting details that could also explain why Drake wasted no time to sue just days after Kendrick Lamar dropped GNX. And we'll expand on this in a moment, as this speculation has split fans on the web. And today we'll be starting with the latest update on Rap TV's poll for the best hip-hop albums of 2024, and Em lost in the final to Future and Metro's We Don't Trust You.
Damn.
And it was tight till the final minutes, and we had to find out some interesting details about how this ended up happening in the final minutes, as we found out a call to action turned the tides in the final minutes, and Rap TV slipped up by including a screenshot that showed that they wanted Future and Metro to win. But we got more, as apart from Kendrick fans and pretty much every fan base voting against Em, we got reports of a huge Kanye West page straight up hating for the fun of it, as Ye never went up against Em throughout the whole thing, but that didn't stop them from doing their thing. And moving on, before we get to Joey Badass calling out Kendrick and the West Coast, we got Elliot Wilson out here admitting that he's a hater of when rappers turn to podcasting, as he believes they take away the shine from, quote, real journalists who've been doing it all their lives. Check out a snippet from the Rory and Mal podcast.
Everybody's media. Summer Walker's media. Cameron's running like he's Stephen A. Smith. It's what we're dealing with.
Why are you saying like he's Stephen A? Why he not running around like Cameron?
Cameron to be that.
That's what people be mad at you about when you say shit like that.
Which I think he should lean into. Be the old villain.
OD, that was hate.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I think people be mad at you.
Oh, it's hate.
Cam is running around like he's Stephen A. Smith. No,
why is he support journalist? Because he has an opinion? Why?
But him and Mesa proved to have a good opinion that people care about.
He got having a job and really like check, because the bag is there.
But Elliot, you don't think that we all come from the culture of we all sit around in our neighborhoods, in front of our buildings,
but
in the
Mom, don't
barbershop?
make you a journalist.
But I'm just saying, we all sit around in our groups with our friends and talk about
our
sports,
opinions, yes.
music. That's all these guys are doing right now.
But that's not fair. Is Shannon Sharp a journalist?
No, but that's the
or does he
easier
have
bridge.
experience from it?
That's where the athlete becomes the media. That's the easier Charles Barkley. That's easier transition.
So why is it easier for the athlete but not the artist?
It's not easier, but I don't like it because like you imagine like this is the shit I do well, and not everybody want to do it, and they get the celebrity off that shit.
You don't like it because you feel like they're not coming to the journalists to have these conversations.
I'm real with that.
Which affects your bottom line.
The best I ever do is me with that. So then you want to be that off celebrity or what? So I can talk about that. I don't like that shit, and not be a hater.
Yeah.
It's reality.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
You don't like it because you don't think they're good at it?
I know I'm better at it.
Okay.
It's me. It's my life.
Okay.
Now, to be fair, while he is honest, if you understand how pretty much every industry works, key players are often pissed off when barriers to entry are lowered because it is a threat to the people established in the industry. So it is no surprises that he's not a fan of rappers turning to podcasting. And this sparked reactions like, no one can take your spotlight or access if it is truly meant for you. It seems like he's struggling with the competition and expecting his journalistic credentials to be enough for the average fan. But let's be real, most listeners just want to be entertained. Instead of complaining, maybe focus on delivering better content. Now, legacy media is dying. This was Elliot Wilson's cry for help, but this is not just a hip-hop issue, it is an industry-wide issue. For instance, in the video game space, traditional journalists have been getting their rear ends bashed in by content creators and YouTubers, and they are far more salty and hateful than Elliot Wilson has been, so there's that. And moving on, Eminem continues his dominance on this platform. He completed a streak for 12 in 12 months, January to December, as the top rapper on this platform. And here's a full breakdown of the year-end numbers. Top 5 goes Eminem, Kendrick, Travis Scott, Future, and Drake. And as you can see, Eminem said, "Mind the gap." And it is wild how Tupac, who passed in 96, beat out rappers who dropped new projects in 2024 on this platform. And as you can see, he beat out rappers like Rod Wave, 21 Savage, Tyler the Creator, Megan Thee Stallion. Totally crazy, to be honest. And moving on, before we get to the speculations about some of the moves that prompted Drake to sue UMG, as soon as GNX dropped, we got Joey Badass out here calling out Kendrick Lamar and the West Coast in the new song The Ruler Is Back. And this was clearly aimed at Kendrick. Check out some highlights.
I got murals in my city. F a nomination. This for every time they left me out the conversation. Joey Badass also rapped, I swear, I'm on full attack, East Coast dude till I die. It's clear who the heir apparent king of NY. He also rapped, too much West Coast knob licking. I'm hearing dudes throwing rocks. Really ain't shit sticking. Cause if we talking bar for bar, really it's slim pickings.
And while this sparked reactions from Kendrick's associate like Tell Joey, Try Again, while the bar about too much West Coast knob licking was a reference from Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt album, some Kendrick fans used this to drag Joey. Bro had to copy a Jay-Z bar, how original, laughing emojis. To which a user fired back with, didn't Kenny copy a whole Nas song and cosplay as Tupac? And the back and forths continued. I know why Joey is so angry and upset. His most recent album, 2000, sold only 22,000 album equivalent units in the first week. He's an underground artist now, to which a user responded, but I thought sales don't matter to Kendrick fans, and the debate on if Kendrick will respond is on. On one end, some believe, LOL for the new fans who think Kendrick will respond. Sorry to get your hopes up, but he ain't responding to a 2025 Joey Badass freestyle, laughing my bum off. But I could see smaller artists respond, while on the other end, we got this. Joey Badass sent a shot at the West Coast. I don't care if it is a Hove line, it was used for a specific reason today, LOL. Kendrick is on the clock for a sub at Joey. He is the West Coast savior. Let's get it. Personally, I don't expect Kendrick Lamar to respond, at least in a direct way, and some rap fans are convinced that this will be a better matchup for Kendrick than Drake. And in addition to a post about how Kendrick will not respond, a user expanded, I don't either. But it is fun to think about hypotheticals, and I think way too many people would count Joey out. I think he would easily put up a way tougher fight than Drake in a rap battle. And for those calling Joey Badass a clout chaser, some have expanded. Kendrick set the tone on Control and y'all respected it. Joey Badass sets the tone and he's doing too much. Aight man, but what are your thoughts? Do you agree that Joey Badass would be a tougher opponent than Drake? And is Kendrick on the clock? And speaking on Drake, we got some new speculations that have hit after Drake's recent livestream with Aiden Ross. After Ross claimed that Drake's collab album with Party Next Door was supposed to drop back in November, and this made headlines a few hours ago. Drake and Party Next Door's album originally scheduled to drop the day GNX did. YouTuber Poetic Flacco says Aiden Ross revealed on Drizmas. And check out snippets breaking this down from Poetic Flacco.
Drake was on Aiden Ross's stream last night, and Drake revealed something that I already knew. Drake revealed something accidentally. Well, Aiden Ross kind of cornered him into revealing this.
What are you listening to?
Music-wise?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you and PND to drop that album. You told me it was going to drop 3 weeks ago. You lied to me.
Aiden Ross accidentally revealed something that a lot of us already knew, is that Drake was actually supposed to drop that Party album not 3 weeks ago, but 4 weeks ago. Today is the 27th, so it was the week of the 22nd of November. Well, what dropped that week? Kendrick Lamar dropped a surprise album on November 22nd. This album was such a surprise that even the artist that was on the album had no idea the album was dropping.
Well, I was doing something. I know I was doing something, and then and then P was like, "It's out," and I was like,
What's out?
What's out? So I didn't even.
That was very cryptic, P. A lot of things could be it's out for him.
No, so then I didn't even see it, and then TK sent like 4 more messages, and I was like,
yeah.
And then I see title track, like your title track, and then I'm like, all right, let me go see what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And then I click on it and I see the Kendrick shit is out, so I'm like, what? Ain't no way.
Drake was working with the label, trying to figure out how they could roll out this Party album he got. He wanted to drop on November 22nd, however, there's some things that they they obviously had to work through. So while Drake is telling people like Aiden Ross and others, yo, and listen, man, we're gonna drop on November 22nd, we might drop, right? He's still trying to work things out to drop, while behind the scenes, the label is feeding Kendrick Lamar, hey, bro, Drake is dropping on November 22nd. Now, Kendrick Lamar sees his opportunity as a way to really crush Drake. You see, Kendrick Lamar feels at this moment he has the culture by their balls, so he can essentially outsell Drake, or at the very least, UMG is gonna make sure he outsells Drake. Drake, at this point, when he sees that GNX is dropped, he feels like, hold up, bruh. So this whole time, this was all like a plot against me, bruh, that if I was gonna drop, he was gonna drop too, and y'all's gonna make sure that his album outsells mine. Even though he never dropped and it never happened, he still feels played because he feels like he was being set up. So 3 days after GNX dropped, Drake filed a pre-action petition against UMG, accusing them of boosting Kendrick Lamar's plays, using bots to weaponize against him during their battle, making sure that Kendrick Lamar ended his career.
And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on the speculations, as fans are split on social media right now, and some have concluded these people in the comments still don't get the point. Drake doing a rollout means he would have dropped at 12. Kendrick wanted to do a surprise drop later in the day to step on Drake's album. Clearly, UMG told Kendrick it was gonna drop. Someone at UMG told Drake and he backed out. Now, to be fair, we saw Kendrick step on Family Matters release, but we don't know for sure if this was the case with GNX. Share your thoughts below, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.